guys want a response for I Am Groot, I'll give you a response for I Am Groot. I'm just glad that during this big Writers Guild strike, we have content like I Am Groot, because they don't need writers, they don't need actors, they can just follow Groot around with a camera. I am a fan of going back and rewatching things to get in a better mindset and remind myself my terrible memory. I could not remember more than maybe 2 out of 5 episodes from the first season, so I went back and watched all 5 at 36 years of age with no kids and nothing else to do on a Tuesday night. I had a little bit of the devil's lettuce. Put on Groot. It got me. It got me. Why did I sit back and watch all 10 episodes? Well, because I wanted to have a little bit of a Groot-Off and rate all 10 episodes of I Am Groot. This is a show with a lot of whimsy, a show with a lot of spectacle, and usually a little bit of a lesson in each episode, a little nugget of importance, ethics. But for the most part, I'm just going to go on pure entertainment alone. That is how I'm going to judge these. The way I've broken this down essentially is you got your S tier, your standard S tier, and then down from that, you've got the great, the good, the meh, and the fuck right off. I should change that. Change that to fuck right off. Right off. There we go. Yeah. Fuck right off. I feel cooler now. I did go back and rewatch the first 5 episodes, and you know what? They made me laugh. Some of the music just hit right, hit different. Groot's first steps, start where it all began. This one was incredibly endearing, really funny, in my opinion, visually very comical. Him just kind of having this weird rivalry with this weird bonsai plant that's full of goop. This one, I gotta put it pretty high. This one, I Am Groot came to play. Started off super strong and beautiful animation as well, and just a clever way to show what happened when Groot first burst out of the potted plant. Next is, it's gotta be one of my favorites, I Am Groot, the little guy episode. One of my absolute favorites. I'm putting that up on S tier, not even gonna hesitate. This one has so much comedy in it. It has such great character designs on there's so many jokes going on with this little civilization that I really appreciated it. And Groot farts out a little leaf in the end and saves the day. Isn't that fantastic? He farts a leaf. He farts a leaf. How could that not be the best one? Groot's Pursuit has a lot of really funny things. Essentially, my favorite part is, I think a lot of people's favorite part is probably the dancing. It's where he basically follows around and tries to figure out, there's some intruder in the ship and he's up at night and going around and trying to figure it out. And he plays with these little Russian nesting dolls. And he's expecting a different thing under each one, and he's got the headlamp that's just actually a watch. It's got some really good jokes in it. The dancing isn't not funny. I like how brutal he is when he dances the sludge backward into the airlock and just lets it go. That was pretty brutally brutal. But that is not my favorite episode otherwise. Groot's Pursuit, I'm going to say it was good. It was a good episode. It wasn't my least favorite. It wasn't my favorite. Groot Takes a Bath. Groot Takes a Bath is damn good. He finds out that this mud puddle can give him the ability to grow all these sprouts, so he starts doing different hairstyles, and it's really funny. And then he ends up brutally, I'm going to make it catch on, taking a bird that's laughing at him when he finds out that he's used all the mud. He can't grow any sprouts. He sees this bird that's laughing at him, takes the bird's fur or tail or feathers or whatever. I was happy to see that they cut back to the bird and he hasn't killed it. To be a little overboard, especially with the Guardians movie's recent stance on animal cruelty. So that would have been a weird pivot. Groot's magnum opus, ironically enough, is the weakest episode in the season, in my opinion. There are some funny things that he does. There's a really freaking weird face that Groot makes. Look at his face. Look at this. I am glad that was a short part of this very short clip. There's so much interaction with the other members of the Guardians that it's kind of obvious. Rocket doesn't look like Rocket. He looks cheap because they couldn't put the amount of time and money into a Rocket cameo like they would for a full-fledged Guardians movie. They probably did this episode, saw some online backlash about how Rocket didn't look right, or he looks like he's a great value Rocket or something, and that they didn't include him in the Christmas special. That's my theory anyway. So Magnum Opus I'm going to put in the meh category. It's kind of forgettable.